Here we are in sunny Saskatchewan, and I'm standing in front of the Oat Vigor seed size trial. This trial was funded by Adopt and supported by Sask Oats. The purpose of this trial was to see if we could improve the vigor of a seedlot by removing the small seeds within that seedlot. So we took CS Camden that was unclean, and we separated into large seed sizes, which was 42 grams per 1,000 kernels, and small seed sizes, which was 26 grams per 1,000 kernels. Then we took those three seed lots, the large seed size, the unscreened, and the small seed lot, and we seeded them at 100, 200, and 300 seeds per meter squared. And then we also took the 200 seeds per meter squared and seeded them extra deep. So if you look here, we've got large seed size oats that have been planted deep. They're a little bit more than 1.5 inches deep, and you can see that the vigor of these plants here is better than the small seed size over here to the left. Now, interestingly enough, when we did seed testing on those two seed lots, we found that the vigor test said that the large seed size was 99% and the small seed size was 98%. So despite the fact that there wasn't much difference in the vigor test, in the field there still was a difference, particularly when you seeded it deep. Obviously, the larger your seeds are, the more food reserves you have, and the more likely they are to reach the top and be vigorous. Will these differences equate to yield differences in the end? We're just going to have to wait and find out. Now, let's join our woman in the field, Heather Sorestad, who will take us through the results.
Thanks, Mike. As you can see, conditions have sure changed since you originally reported on this trial in the summer. We should note the study was also conducted by Indian Head Agricultural Research Foundation. The emergence of the oats from the small seed were poorer than the oats from the large seed at both locations. The amount of above-ground oat biomass of small seed was also considerably lower at both locations. In other words, there were fewer plants and they were smaller. The small seed size oats was less vigorous in the field, even though vigor tested indicated all seed sizes were above 98%. This difference in vigor between small and large seed were visually apparent in the field at Yorkton, particularly when it was seeded deep. Although oats from large seed emerged more vigorously than oats from small seed, this only resulted in significantly higher yields at Yorkton. Large seed size oats at Yorkton yielded 8% more than the small seed size oats, but only 2.6% more than the unscreened oats, which was not statistically significant. At Indian Head, small seed size oats also yielded the least, but the difference with the other seed sizes were small and insignificant. While we were able to demonstrate oats from small seed was less vigorous and lower yielding at Yorkton, this isn't a lot of evidence to show its removal greatly improved the quality of the seedlot. This is because the small seed size oats only constituted 8% of the original mass and it had decent vigor. Increasing seeding rates did not significantly affect yield. The highest yields were associated with the lowest seeding rates of 100 seeds per meter squared, both at Yorkton and Indian Head. This is far below the recommended rate of 300 seeds per meter squared. This year was dry, particularly in Indian Head, and the lower plant populations may have benefited from less interplant competition for soil moisture. However, yields were pretty good at Yorkton, which implies soil moisture reserves must have been decent, so the exact reason is unclear. Higher seeding rates should still be recommended because increasing seeding rates from 100 to 300 seeds per meter squared, it hastens maturity by 4 days and visually reduces wild oat populations at Indian Head. In conclusion, small seed has poor vigor and removing it potentially can improve the quality of the seedlot, but only if it makes up a significant portion of the seedlot. Keeping seeding rates up may not provide more yield under dry conditions, but it will still result in more plant competition and hasten maturity. Hasting maturity is particularly important because some millers no longer accept oats sprayed with pre-harvest glyphosate. So that's it. Can I come in now?